The only way you can know for certain that that person is dead is when the body starts to get cold and decompose. Then you know he's dead. So if there is an arrogant one amongst us, may Allah grant it's not from you, from me, and Allah wants to punish him. Allah can take the roof out and the nafs. But Allah has not yet ordained out. So they say, well, he is dead. And they give the ghusl, and they make janazah, and then they buried him, and they forgot to put a cell phone. Then Allah returned the ruh and the nafs. And he wakes up. The place is very dark. He's not accustomed to this. He calls out to his wife, Dulhan, Dulhan. No answer, where is she? He tries to get up. I can't get up, the space is too small. Where am I? What is... He's getting confused now. Totally confused. Pitch dark. Dulhan kahan hai, pata nahi. And I can't get up in this place. What is this box? What is this place I am? What kind of clothes? I can go to sleep in this clothes. Little by little, he will begin to realize he's in his grave. He's in his grave. May Allah protect us from that punishment. Oh, that is a terrible, terrible, terrible punishment. Yes. You're not as yet dead. The angels are not yet coming to question you. You will now die in your grave. That is punishment. So now, based on this verse of the Quran explains all things. We no longer therefore have to turn to that what I consider to be a sinful explanation. Sinful explanation. They call it the theory of substitution. And may Allah protect me from that. I will never say that is what happened. No. That Allah, وَنَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ هَذَا, He causes someone else to assume the appearance of this man who claimed that he was the Messiah, and he caused that man to assume the appearance of this man. That man never claimed to be the Messiah. He could have done many other things, but he did not claim to be the Messiah. And now he is crucified for something he never claimed. That is injustice. That is plain and clear injustice. And to attribute an act of injustice to Allah, oh, that is terrible. There is nothing in the Quran to support the view that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused someone to assume the appearance of Nabi Isa alayhi salam. And then that man is held and he is crucified. And he never claimed that he was the Messiah. So I reject that view. But he is there in a place called the Gospel of Barnabas. And guess where the Gospel of Barnabas came out from? You know? The Vatican. That's right. It came from the Vatican. And that's where you get your knowledge from. Well then, if we reject this view, and it is a sinful view, and if you hold this view after this lecture, prepare to answer in the great way, because you are attributing to Allah an act that was unjust. Then the only other explanation, which is the one with whom I am satisfied, but when I give an interpretation, you should never accept my view unless you are convinced that I am correct. when they put him on the cross, Allah sent the angel to take the ruh and the nafs. And so they saw him give up the ghost. But they did not know that Allah had not ordained Maut. They did not know that. They took down the body and they performed the janazah and the Israelite janazah, and they put the body in a cave and they sealed the cave. Then Allah returned the ruh, and with the ruh the dust. And so they did not kill him. They did not crucify him. Allah made it appear like that. And no one knew for 600 years until the Quran came down. And then Allah raised him. And since Allah says, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ, every soul must taste maut. Every nafs must taste maut. He has to taste maut. And so based on the verse of the Quran, he has to return and to face maut, which he has not as yet faced. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is the most powerful voice in history to have prophesied that Nabi Isa alayhi salam will return. And this is the first time I have turned to the hadith. Everything so far has been the Quran. And that's the way you must build your foundation of thought. Build it on the Quran and let the hadith support the Quran. Don't build it on the hadith and then search in the Quran for support. Build it from the Quran and then turn to the hadith for what you can use to support it. When Nabi Isa alayhi salam returns, inshallah, the Quran declares, and with this we will end our talk. What surah is it? وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ? Muhammad. Surah to Muhammad. The Quran came down to the heart of the Prophet ﷺ. So what came down to the Prophet did not have punctuation. Correct? The punctuation came afterwards by human beings. What came down from Allah did not have punctuation. So the ayah that we now have with this new punctuation is وَإِنَّهُ, and the context here is Nabi Isa alayhi salam, وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ, that with him he is the knowledge of the Sa'ah. This is in conflict with the Quran. This is in conflict with the Quran. But there is no internal contradiction in the Quran. The Quran is very plain and clear. The knowledge of the hour is only with Allah. Not even with Nabi Muhammad ﷺ, only Allah. And imagine my surprise when a Christian, an Orthodox Christian, sent me an email directing my attention to something in the Bible, in the Gospel, that the knowledge of the Allah is only with the Father, the Son doesn't know. Huh? The Son does not know, the Father knows. This is in the Gospel. And this is also in the Quran. That only Allah has the knowledge of the hour, no one else beside Allah. So if you read the ayah like this, وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ, then I want to say to you, there is a contradiction with the Quran. There is another way in which it can be read, وَإِنَّهُ لَعَلَمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ. Alamun and ilm is the same word, but there's a punctuation difference. If you say, وَإِنَّهُ لَعَلَمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ, then he is a sign of the hour. He is the most important sign of the hour. But this is for you to think about. I am not telling you what to do. You must study the subject. It is for me a conflict, internal conflict in the Quran, to say that he is the knowledge of the hour. وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمُ الْإِسْلَامِ, because that is in conflict with the Quran. When Nabi Isa alayhi salam is to return, Allah will first send the Dajjal. Which maybe when next I come I can lecture on Dajjal, inshallah. And when the Dajjal has completed his mission and is declared from Jerusalem, I am Al-Masih, and taken them for a ride, only after that will Imam al-Mahdi emerge first, and then Nabi Isa alayhi salam will return, and he will kill Dajjal. And then the truth will triumph over all rivals, and justice will prevail over injustice and oppression, and they'll be taught a lesson in the Holy Land who are now oppressors in the world. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may guide us on the right path and protect us from error. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا يَا مَوْلَانَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ بِرَحْمَتِكَ يَا أَرْحَمَ الرَّاحِمِينَ. آمين. Yeah, right.
Okay, brothers, and sisters, what we're going to do, we're going to pass around the pen and paper now for everyone to start jotting some questions down. We've got just enough time just before Salat al-Asr, and straight after we've prayed Asr, then Sheikh can start answering the questions. Again, we ask you if you could please try and keep it to the topic, but if there are any other questions, if you could please put them in a square box so we can identify that these are other questions, and then inshallah we can ask the Sheikh to answer them. Jazakallah.
No, I said this is my opinion, my interpretation, and I warn you not to accept unless you're convinced. Did I do that? Correct.
The Christian version, so I leave out that the master met with the disciples.
The Christian version is that he died and that he was resurrected. The Muslim version is that he never died. There are lots of other similarities, but this is a fundamental difference. They say he died, we say he did not die. But no one knew. If you and I were there, we would have said he's dead. Yeah. Until the Quran was revealed 600 years later, no one could possibly know what happened. So don't blame them. Don't blame them. In order for them to